Sunlight poured thick and golden. It painted the penthouse floor in bright squares. Beyond the glass, the city glittered, a sprawling promise. Inside, cool air hummed. White walls, sleek and bare. Chrome caught the light, sharp edges gleaming. Barron paced, a shadow moving against the sunlit room. His suit, tailored perfection, hung just so. Yet, beneath the fabric, a restlessness stirred. He checked his watch, though time stretched slow and shapeless. Then, a burst of light, brighter still. Mia entered, a whirlwind of silk and laughter. 2 invitations, shimmering gold, danced in her hand. "Darling, they arrived," she declared, her voice a melody in the quiet space. She moved with an effortless grace, a sunbeam given form. Her smile, wide and dazzling, erased the room's cool edges. "The party," she breathed, offering the gilded cards. "Everyone who matters will be there." Barron paused his pacing, took an invitation. He turned it slowly, gold lettering catching the light. His name, embossed, seemed to float on the rich card stock. A party. A world away from weighty speeches and watchful eyes. He looked at Mia, her excitement infectious, a spark in her bright eyes. Hesitation flickered, a ghost in his mind. But the allure of escape, whispered and insistent, began to rise. "Tonight?" he asked, the question more statement than inquiry. Mia's smile widened, a radiant yes. The city lights beckoned, a siren song in the afternoon sun. Velvet ropes parted, a hushed invitation. They stepped inside, sound blooming around them. Music pulsed, a rhythmic heartbeat. Bodies swayed, a sea of motion and light. Crystal glittered, catching refracted glows. Champagne flutes chimed, a delicate percussion. Laughter rippled, weaving through the din. The air, thick and sweet, with perfume and promise. Mia moved first, a fish in familiar waters. Smiles flickered, recognizing glances. Murmured greetings, names dropped like jewels. Barron followed, the current pulling him in. He felt the shift, a loosening of his edges. Conversation sparked, brief and bright as flares. Superficial depths, surfaces reflecting surfaces. The night unfurled, a silken tapestry. Whispers promised, escape and delight. Outside, the city, a million distant winks. Inside, this moment, all that seemed to exist. A quieter alcove, near a draped window. City lights spread, a glittering carpet below. Music softened here, a muffled undertone. A screen flickered on a distant wall. Faces flashed, news anchors earnest and grave. Barron's father appeared, larger than life. Preparing, poised, for the evening's address. A voice nearby, casual, cutting through the hum. "Big night for him," someone remarked, then moved on. "The speech, you know. Everyone's waiting." The words hung, a sudden, sharp note. Barron felt a chill, a fleeting discomfort. Duty's shadow, briefly falling across the light. Mia laughed then, a bright, dismissive sound. "Speeches," she sighed, rolling her eyes playfully. She refilled his glass, champagne bubbling over. "Tonight is ours," she declared, drawing him back. The screen flickered unnoticed, fading to static. He let the unease drift, a ripple smoothed away. The party surged, swallowing doubt and shadow. A sudden shift of focus, a stark contrast. No music here, only formal quiet. A television screen, close up, intense and clear. The family gathered, a tableau of unity. Dressed in dark hues, solemn and composed. Faces set, reflecting purpose and weight. His father's presence, commanding and still. His mother's gaze, unwavering, strong. Siblings flanking, mirroring resolve. No sound, but the low hum of the broadcast. They stood together, a fortress of expectation. Anticipation hung heavy in the air. A limousine appeared, sleek and black and gleaming. Security detail, figures in dark suits surrounding. The door opened, a glimpse of polished shoes. Then closed, sealing them within. Moving forward towards the waiting stage. Leaving behind the echo of a different world. A silent message, clear and unyielding. Purpose defined, duty embodied, absence noted. Hours dissolved, time became a blur. The party deepened, the night intensified. Lights dimmed further, colors bled and softened. Music pulsed harder, insistent and driving. The crowd thinned slightly, the core remained. Movement flowed, bodies weaving and swaying. Conversations fractured, syllables disjointed. Laughter erupted louder, less defined. Barron moved with Mia, a current carrying them along. Around and around, in the swirling mass. Dancing close, bodies intertwined. Her hand in his, a constant, warm connection. The world shrank to the touch, the beat, the light. Thoughts receded, anxieties submerged. The speech, the family, distant, unreal. Only this moment, this feeling, this escape. A threshold crossed, a point of no return. Lost in sensation, forgetting everything else. The music softened, a momentary lull. A breath held in the party's heavy rhythm. A pause in the roar, a space to hear. A voice cut through, casual, unexpected. "Heard the speech?" Someone asked, nearby, unknown. "Quite something, wasn't it?" The words landed, sharp and clear and cold. "Impactful," the voice continued, then faded away. Impactful. The speech. A single word, shattering the illusion. Barron froze, mid-motion, mid-laughter. The party's spell, abruptly, utterly broken. The music surged again, meaningless noise. Laughter echoed, hollow and jarring now. The weight of absence, crashing down immense. He had missed it. Completely, utterly missed it. The speech was over. The moment gone. The night's escape revealed as empty air. Barron faltered, a step out of time. His smile froze, his eyes went distant. Mia noticed the shift in his stance. Her laughter faded, questioning concern. "Barron? What is it?" she asked, her voice softer now. He looked at her, seeing her anew. Her bright dress, her shining eyes, the confetti in her hair. Confetti of the party, light and meaningless. He tried to speak, the words caught in his throat. Regret bloomed, sudden and bitter. Confusion clouded, dismay took hold. Mia waited, patient, slightly puzzled. Did she understand? Could she grasp the weight? Or would she dismiss it, a fleeting shadow? Her expression shifted, impatience flickered. "Did you hear something bad?" she prompted. "Don't let it ruin the night." Her words, like confetti, light and scattered. His turmoil deepened, unspoken, unseen. The chasm widening between their worlds. He stood apart, at the edge of the dance floor. The party surged around him, a distant current. Music still pulsed, but now a hollow throb. Laughter still echoed, but now a mocking sound. He watched the faces, blurred and indistinct. They seemed oblivious, lost in their own worlds. He overheard fragments, snippets of praise. The speech was brilliant, someone declared, passing by. "Really resonated," another voice chimed in. Words of acclaim, floating on the air. He saw a screen across the crowded room. Clips of his father on the stage, triumphant. The crowd's roar, a wave of pure approval. His family, behind him, beaming and proud. Applause thundered from unseen speakers. Applause he missed, recognition denied. The sound echoed, empty in his ears. He felt the weight of it, the absent moment. The applause for someone else, in a world he had left behind. His phone buzzed, a vibration in his pocket. He pulled it out, the screen illuminating his face. A text message from a sibling, brief and formal. Father's speech well received. Strong message. No warmth, no accusation, just cold fact. Then, a news alert flashing on the screen. Headline bold. President delivers unifying address. Family shows solid support. The image beneath, his family, united, steadfast. His absence, a silent space in the photograph. A glimmer of cold light, cutting through the haze. The party's warmth, fading, losing its glow. The illusion shattered, revealing hard edges. Consequences looming, taking shape in the dark. No direct blame, but clear indication. He was outside, looking in, the gap widening. The cold light of reality, breaking through the night. The penthouse emptied, the party dispersing. Dawn approached, a pale light creeping in. Scattered glasses, spilled drinks, remnants of excess. The air felt stale, the music silenced at last. Barron stood alone, near the panoramic window. The city awakened, stretching in the dawn. Mia was gone, slipped away with a light kiss, leaving him with silence and the rising sun. He replayed the night in the quiet aftermath. The gilded invitation, Mia's bright allure. Velvet ropes and whispers, fleeting pleasures. The news breaking, the sudden, sharp regret. The empty applause, the cold, confirming light. He thought of the speech unheard, unknown. The words unspoken, with his father, with his family. Disappointment hanging, heavy in the air. Judgment implied, in his very absence. He looked out at the dawn, a new day breaking. But for him, a question mark, unresolved and vast. Had he learned? Would he change? The unheard speech, echoing in the silent room. Unspoken words, hanging heavy in the pale morning light.